Welcome back to Jujutsu Kaisen. Obviously with the main character lying dead on a slate, things are going to be a little troublesome. With the higher-ups getting involved, putting them in a situation just to remove him from the picture because he's far too dangerous. Well, it seems they got their way, but exactly how long is it going to stay that way? I mean, Sukuna wouldn't be so scary and dangerous if he could be taken downwards by allowing himself to die. But since we're also getting introduced to some more characters, some second years, and a panda. Second year panda. We might have some more interactions that are going to be amusing between them once everyone has stopped grieving. But let's see. Delving deep inside his cavity. Yeah, just what I love doing. I'm not sure. Okay, now I'm definitely not sure that the inside of a human ribcage looks like that. He has a lot of fight in him. He's not one to back away from this back and forth between Sukuna, even if it is inside his own dying corpse. But if you look at it from when he was facing off against the special grade and freezing up, a little bit afraid. How he talks to and reacts to Sukuna, it's ever so slightly different, isn't it? It almost seems as though he's having a little fun. And how many people in this show can claim to have been okay after dying? Oh, they're all bovine skulls. Huh. Yeah, anyone would be a little upset. Apparently it's an eye for an eye, an arm for a heart. Is he going to be amused by the constant aggression here? Nice. Maybe say that when you've actually landed something. Ah! Yeah, but you didn't take advantage of it. You just sat there and be like, haha. Learning a little bit more about these innate domains. You've still got a little time. I'm sure that would be a fair deal. So that's why he doesn't want to go down either. So at any point he can just take over. Still, he's given himself a time limit. He could have just said for like a week instead of a few minutes, but... What about gravely incapacitate? Is a contract... A pact is a pact, as you can't break it. Okay. The idea of actual imposed limits so we know when things are... I see. But, actually having defined terms and conditions in all of this. What would be in it for him? But you can't... Can you die in this place? I wonder how it went. But either way, we know he's gonna wake up. Hopefully, he's still just hanging out on the table here instead of, you know, still in the... Or, not a week has passed and he's been buried in the ground, and... Or any autopsies have taken place. I mean, parts of this world we've seen so far, some people might not complain if there's a reset. He has some big plans to bring up the next generation of people who can actually fight back as well. And not because you're just lazy. Okay. He could have been something great. You may want to... I mean, that's some impressive rigor mortis. She didn't even get to do her job. I mean, as far as reunions go, you could put your cock away. So if the higher-ups don't know of his return from the depths of hell itself, and then we can't go after him. He's just a spooky ghost as far as official documents go. Maybe you shouldn't have came to work today. Jesus. He's working hard. So they know when, where to actually attack, when to hold back a little. Prison realm. Fuck that! Can they just go around causing a scene in public? Apparently, yes. Fuck. Well, looks like I'm not going out to eat anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, because this will go well for you. Oh, 8 or 9 fingers, okay. So he'll go in straight away and try to incapacitate him. Or kill him. I think she got the worst of the deal, because some of the others went before they even knew what was going on. But that idea of, yeah, nah, I'm out, I'm going home. You can keep my paycheck. He's probably going to be at the hands of like some police investigation, let's be honest. He's the only one that just left and then it went up in flames. The fact he actually carried out this kind of like last request. Wow. Seeing an actual complications of things there. The fallout and finalities of some of these curses and what they do. Some cute tracksuits. They're some sort of comedy routine. Everything is apparently sorted out by hand-to-hand combat. I mean, as soon as he gets an understanding of this cursed energy and able to harness it, oh boy. So, whether or not there's actually some conditions in place and he'll be switched out at a moment's notice, we're still to see, but okay. What a waste. Yeah. Okay. I guess the analogy is one way to understand it. So you convert it into something you can actually use. So, just, or actually, a little bit of, little bit of skill there. That's why everyone's always slightly different. Oh no, you've killed him again. I mean, it's a... Can someone just sweep him up? This is... Oh, I don't want to watch it anymore. Bankai. Rasengan. I'm getting some weird, like, Parappa the Rapper vibes from him wiggling on the floor there. So we just need to harness what he's actually capable of. Ooh. What's this? This backing track. I'm getting some, like, Persona vibes from this, and I'm not disappointed. Yeah, that was just a regular punch. But right now he's just having fun. Yeah, and that's just his personality. So if we just get randomly pissed off for any reason, yeah, it's because someone's saying bad things about us. Using the faintest sparks of emotion. Okay. So you need to keep it in check before you run out. It's an exhaustible supply. Like, which movies? Bad Boys. Personally, I'd choose something like Shaun of the Dead. Can never go wrong. Not the dolls again. You've got to write a thesis on the movies themselves while getting punched in the face. I see. So you just feed him happily with all of the... with all of that tasty cursed energy, and they will just be content and not beat him unconscious. I mean, the movie's idea was, let's be honest, slightly odd, but now I see the reason behind it. Spoilers! I can feel him having some sort of trauma whenever he sees, like, a teddy bear from now on. He's just some cart horse. What a waste of talent. He just needs to harness it. But as we saw, he's sticking around gonna give... I'm stuck. Ah. Now I wonder why she'd been left behind. Yeah, right now, not necessary. There's a bomb here, mate. I don't need your life stories. Okay, but read the manual. Is it actually... Kaboom. He got too engrossed. He makes a good point. Even under the threat of physical violence. You've got to have a few snacks and the like while watching something. And then they did a little more than talk. Well, that was one of the conditions, wasn't it? You will forget the contract, the promise. It's such a lovely night. He's gonna walk the rest of the way. I mean, he's just a corporate businessman. Of course, he'd think something's off. And in a world like this, yeah, you have to watch out every base. Every corner. Ah! He sent him off for his own safety. And I think seeing the explosive capabilities of this new curse, a 8 or 9 finger level of danger. How much of an actual issue is it going to pose to him? Also, when anyone actually sees... hang on. You're supposed to be dead, aren't you? Give me back the time I was grieving. I was mourning for you. I think, with like the scene in the restaurant there, how do you explain all of that outside of the curses? Like when you've got no, right? I mean, so what's a case of an entire collection of people spontaneously combusting? Okay. Oh no. Just slow down. I mean... It depends how annoying they're being, let's be honest. But the idea here of making him be able to control his cursed energy output, even if it's only a little, being able to impart it into that bear there to not get any more imprints in his face. I mean, there are probably some other ways of going about it, but in a way that is slightly enjoyable. Constant output of energy there. A bit of a distraction with the movies, even if the movies themselves are not meant to help you. But being able to deal with the ebb and flow when you're excited, afraid, a little sad maybe, yet you've always got to contain the amount of energy you're using, your output. Yeah, it definitely seems as though the one we're following is going to be able to control himself well. But also with contracts abound, being told that it's the power of pacts and the like which give people their power, knowing that with those sort of deals there'd always be some sort of limitations, some sort of caveats and holdbacks. It means that a true businessman would be unstoppable in this world. I get unlimited power. You receive my Yu-Gi-Oh collection. Of course, all of this would be built on a little bit of trust, at least. But the good point about it is, normal contracts you have to be actually wary that the other side will uphold their end of the bargain, if it isn't completely legally binding. But in this one, being held to some supernatural power that will cause some instantaneous harm to you should you try to break the terms and conditions. Slightly more difficult when you actually don't know what those things you agreed to were. And with the innate domains being explained a little more visually, having the idea that with the power of your own skill and some cursed energy and the like, you can create these little pocket dimensions. It's a interesting thing to think about. Where will our little boy be further on down the line when he actually obtains a few more fingers, a little more power up, being able to control his own... Well, abilities might be pushing it a little. But if the idea of regenerating limbs and the like using this cursed energy becomes commonplace, if it isn't already, then maybe seeing cadavers reanimate in front of you wouldn't be all too surprising, although from their reactions I don't think it's happened that many times. But seeing Sukuna there using not his own body, using this one that he's kind of squatting in for a while, regulating the cursed energy to actually keep it alive even without a heart. What other things can you do without and keep going? What percentage of the body needs to be missing before cursed energy can't make up for that lack? I really don't know. What I do kind of want, though, is to see more, because the fight between Gojo and this volcano bellend won't stop any more instantaneous heat waves when people are trying to eat, so that by itself is a good reason. Not at all to see a little blindfolded boy in action. Getting to see a little hand-to-hand combat. How much is he gonna sweat? If you enjoyed this one, let me know. If you leave a like and a comment down below, it helps out the channel. It's also greatly appreciated if you decide to subscribe. Having all of you along board. Well, I don't know how so many of you thought it was a good idea, but all in all, make sure to get yourselves a bit of rest, so I can see you in the next one. I think my patrons won't ever allow my channel to die, so if you also want to be the ones that delve down into Hades itself and pulls it back, consider joining onto my Patreon. And alongside Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthur, Kite, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyville, Levi G. Scott Raymond, Mega42, Dark Shadow 7899, Jim Ace, Adam Horvath, Moaha, Finez Kid, Yellow Dragon 123, and everyone else, we may continue to watch anime for quite some time, and with only a few contractual pitfalls lying around.